Ice and flames call my name. I freeze, I burn, I blame. I love, I hate the same. It's on my face, I cannot hide from the mistake my parents made. I'm never moving on. Not made from love, a remnant of a selfish motive. Was I needed? Do I need it to go wrong? Polarized inherent pain, pumping through my veins. Ice and flames call my name. I freeze, I burn, I blame. I love, I hate the safe I embrace inside of me. I only fuel the fire. But is it wrong for me to fight against the balance of my power? History in halves, one brain. I will break the chain. Oh no, どこには呼ぶ燃えるラメコールドポップの愛と嫌いにいる。Oh no, どこには呼ぶ燃えるラメコールドポップの愛と嫌いにいる。I love, I hate the same.
Good morning, coffee beans. It's a rainy Tuesday here for me. Got storms, thunderstorms, lightning, all that kind of good stuff. Someone tried to get the stream in. I don't know. Power may drop. Who knows? We'll just see. But anyway, just get right in. So it's only Tuesday and give me another cup. Exactly. That's how I'm feeling this morning. A little ran down, needing another cup. Okay, so there has been dialogue, we'll say, going around, people making, people talking about it on streams, on podcasts, Twitter, so forth, about, and for a long time it hasn't, this is not anything that's new, about some of these streamers, and are they content thieves, right? Some of these streamers who stream, 8+ hours a day, and there has been numerous occasions where And I'm not even talking about them trying to watch televised programs like Master Chef or things of that type of nature, right? I mean, just recently, right after XQC got signed over, I think it was to Kick Streaming for a very a large sum of money. He went over there and was watching movies, just full length movies, um, to where the mods or whatever came in and said, "Hey, you got to stop this. You can't just watch a full length movie." And so um, you got that, but then you've got where they'll also watch a video that someone else has done, right? And if you're watching bits and pieces, or you're taking segments of it, whatever, or you're at least stopping and offering commentary and stuff, that's transformative in nature, and so that's not so much a problem. The problem occurs is when they put on a video and they'll get up and leave for like 10 to 15 minutes, something like that. And they say, well, I had to go to the restroom, or, I had to go, get something to eat, or what have you. Right. And their argument is, well, I'm not allowed to eat. I'm not allowed to use the restroom. I'm not allowed to do this. Yes, 100% they're allowed to do these things, right? That's not the issue. The issue is that you just get up and leave for 10 to 15 minutes, whatever it is, 20 minutes. And you just leave the person's content that they created playing uninterrupted. That's problematic. What they should do is just put up a some sort of graphic, or play one of their own videos back or whatever, while they say, hey, I got to take a break. Have some sort of little something set up where they could, for like that type of situation, have some, royalty-free music play, something like that. But what they should not do is just leave a video playing, right? So recently, and this is kind of funny, really kind of interesting. Ethan Klein of H3H3 Productions has kind of went after XQC specifically. However, he has a person that he does a show with over there at H3H3 Productions, Hassan Piker, who's just as guilty of this, right? And he's sitting there and he's calling out XQC. So why doesn't he call out his co-host that does the exact same thing, who's just as guilty of this stuff? You want to say that XQC is a content thief? Fine. Not really going to argue too much with you there, Ethan. But you've got a content thief that sits right there next to you that does the exact same thing. That's, but anyway, so anyway, yesterday, XQC came on the H3H3 podcast, and he and Ethan had a little debate. Now, we're not going to watch all of this, of course, but we're going to watch a little bit of this and talk about this and kind of break this down a little bit. And kind of go over it and see what and just kind of share some thoughts on this.
Oh, here he is. Excuse me. Oh.
Hey, Felix, can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound like deep fried, bro. And also, I see myself on a delay. Look.
Okay, hold on one sec. We'll get it right before we start.
Okay, 1 second.
Dan is going to fidget around a little bit. How are you?
I'm doing good. I didn't sleep yet, but I'm chilling out. What's up?
You said you didn't sleep yet?
No, because I didn't want to.
Okay, sleep is optional for you.
Sleeps for the week.
Sometimes, yeah.
So how much do you sleep usually in like a per night average?
I'll get like 6, 7, but it just takes me a while to go to sleep. And when I go to sleep, otherwise sometimes I'll skip a day or two.
So you can skip a day or two
What? No. No. Are you that hyper, dude? Come on.
of sleep and then sleep for 6 or 7 and you're fine?
I don't sleep like an 8 after like a 2 or 3 day bender. What happens is that if I that'd be right,
come on.
but Twitch has VODs and that'd be right.
Feed our stream feed.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you would have to mirror yourself pretty much, but otherwise it's fine.
All right, I guess we'll just get started. Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. That's fine. Let's just pretend like it's not there.
So I just want to say, first off, like I was saying, thank you for doing this. I think it's an important conversation to have, and I think you're the right person to talk to about it. Simply because I feel, and I think you would agree with this premise, that you push the fair use value, or apparently you don't even care about fair use at all. And I don't want to put words on your mouth, so you can correct me where I'm wrong. But you seem to not care about it, or at least you push it as far as it can go. So you seem like the right person to talk about it with.
Okay, so I think there's 3 points to that. I don't want to get too debatey yet, but basically, I think I value a good life product, right? 1, 2. I think I'm the right guy because I do a lot of it. I do good reacts, bad reacts, but overall I do a high density of reacts. I do a lot of it. But on top of that, against popular belief, I guess these days, I ask for permission a lot, and I try to make an ecosystem where things are good and not conflictual.
Right.
That's the main point. Yeah.
Okay. Don't tell me what to do, Abby. So, I guess if XQC is saying that he gets permission from people, that kind of would be the end of it. But I seem to remember there was a person who was very, very upset with him because he used a large portion of his video and just let it play. And he didn't have the guy's permission to do it to begin with, right? Now, do you have to have a person's permission to use their content and to cut it up and splice it up and dice it up, right? Like, did I need to get H3H3's or Ethan's permission to react to go over this conversation between him and XQC? No, I do not. Just like if somebody wants to take one of my streams and take my thoughts and opinions on a subject, and they want to use it in a video of theirs, they're free to do so. That's what, it's fair use. No one is above criticism, critiquing. If you're making content, then that it just kind of comes with it, right? Letting a person know that you're going to be using one of their videos, I guess is cordial. I mean, it's nice, but you don't have to do it whatsoever. Not in the slightest bit. Diana says, if he did have the person's permission to play it and leave, having an infographic would help with that too, but that goes back to having a pause screen in the first place. Victor, I always say I don't care if you use my vids or anything, just credit me. That's all I ask, and don't dox my family. Well, I'm sorry. We cannot use your videos and not dox your family, Victor. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. It kind of sucks, but it is, it is what it is. Yeah. So, just exactly. It's like I was saying, have a be right, what they call a be right back screen, or have maybe something that you've done to to play while you go take a break. And I can see, if you're doing if you're doing 7-8 hours of content a day and you're doing this like a job, 100% you should have some breaks, right? You need to be able to get up and walk around. You need to be up to go and get something to drink, to be able to get something to eat, right? 100%. You should be able to, you should be able to do that. And I could understand necessarily maybe not wanting to shut the stream down and then have to restart one back up again. But I think with some of these creators, I'll be quite honest with you. If they got up of a morning and say they did like, they worked from like say an 8 to 12 type thing or whatever, right? They put in 4 hours, right? And then they could take a lunch break or something from like 12 to 1 or 12 to 2, whatever, that type of thing, And then they could come back that evening and stream another 2 or 3, 4 hours or whatever. And their base would come back, especially, and why not have a deal where if they are a reactionary type channel, kind of like what XQC is, he could do reactionary that morning. And then that evening, because he plays games too, I know that, he could play, play some video games, whatever, that afternoon. Just have a break on the content. Just some thoughts. I mean, I don't see why they feel like they have to do it like a full 8 to 10 hour stretch, right? I just don't. That doesn't make sense to me. But
okay, so that's all fair. That's all good. I want to make one. I guess I want to make one thing clear at the top, is that I want to focus on the YouTube uploads, because the Twitch streaming itself, I feel like, is too much of a gray zone, and there's industry standard.
Yep.
I would be less. I would be more hesitant to call what happens on Twitch a violation of any kind. So I just want to focus on what you upload to your YouTube channel. Is that okay?
Okay, so that's gonna be a yes and a no, because I truly believe that Twitch is somewhat of a competitor on VODs. If Twitch didn't have VODs, then that'd be wrong. That'd be right. But Twitch has VODs, and
okay, yeah, but here's the problem with Twitch and VODs, right? When you stream over on Twitch, right, your VODs are only allowed to stay up for a window of time, right? I'm not for sure exactly how long that is. Let's see if I can Google the answer right quick. How long does Twitch VOD last? 60. Okay. Most Twitch partners, Prime and Twitch Turbo users will have their past broadcasts saved for 60 days before being deleted. All other broadcasters will have their past broadcasts saved for 7 days before they are deleted. All right. So if you are partnered with Twitch, if you are a Prime, if you're a Prime, member, right? You have a Prime membership, or Twitch Turbo, which is their paid service. You can have it up for 60 days and then hit that. So what is a VOD, Diana? A VOD is video on demand. That's what that stands for, video on demand. So it's like this. If you miss like you have someone that does live streams, and you miss a live stream because, like here, say for me, example of a morning, I stream every morning, or I try to stream every morning, except for Sunday mornings. I don't do them. And you miss a live stream, right? If you go to my channel, right? Come here, and you go to my channel and you click on the live tab right at the top. You can see these are all my past live streams, right? So if you missed a live stream, you can come back and watch it later on. Like this one here. This was one I did yesterday, concerning the Fousey Tube situation. So, if you missed that, you can come back a later date and time and watch it. That's what they call a VOD, or video on demand. So what XQC here is talking about is that they have the VODs. Well, even for him, who's like a Twitch partner, not just an affiliate, right? I mean, because he has that kind of following and fan base and stuff. So he's an actual partner. 60 days. That's the most his VODs will stay up. That's why most Twitch streamers, right, when they stream, they have it set up where they go in, they set it up where their VODs are offloaded, right, to like YouTube, because YouTube is a permanent storage for them. Sometimes they'll download them. They'll have editors that will come in and download the VODs, and then they'll cut them up and whatever, and they might make 2 or 3 or 4 whatever videos, depending on how good the segment was or whatever, and they'll upload just segments to YouTube to permit, so therefore they're permanently saved. As long as that channel doesn't get terminated in some way. But Twitch is not a permanent platform for VODs. So I would argue with XQC on that, because I think he's being a little bit disingenuous there personally. But anyway.
All the VODs stay up. When people react, they leave the VODs up. It's quite the same thing as being able to watch or listen to music on stuff that remains in the VOD.
Okay, that's true. But just for the sake of this conversation, I just want to focus on, because like from a legal perspective, and I know you don't really care about the legality of it, and that's fine. But I just want to focus on like the YouTube videos as they stand as like a product. I understand that the VODs are on Twitch, and that would create an inherent problem as well. But just for the sake of the conversation, to keep things clean and keep us from getting too messy, that's my focus. If that's okay with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay. Just for the sake of having a good argument, I'll do that. Except for when the topic matters.
Sure.
Right. It really matters. If it doesn't, overall fine. But there are certain points that like it plays a big role into it. If it's too big, I think I want to ignore it. But
you know what? That's 100% fine. I guess I'm just saying that for myself, so that when I'm talking, you understand that I'm talking about your YouTube channel and not making general statements about what's happening on Twitch. Okay?
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I guess
I don't understand what that was. I don't understand what even that was. But okay, whatever. I guess we're going to focus on YouTube, which I don't understand. Of course, with YouTube, creators have not all creators. You have to be. Here's the thing that's really that's kind of weird about YouTube, right? So let's say, arbitrarily, just for giggles, let's say someone decided to take one of my streams and basically just re-upload it, right? No commentary, no critique, nothing, right? And try to re-upload it. Unless there's some sort of backdoor that I'm not aware of, right now I have no recourse to get the video taken down, period, right? For infringing upon my copyright or on my content, right? But if I'm partnered with YouTube, right? So if I've met the thresholds to be partnered, and then I can go in through the administrative panel on my channel, and I can go out there and I can actually file a complaint, or I can file a grievance or whatever, right? I don't know. It's just anyway. But so with Twitch though, I don't think content creators have any recourse. There's not like to my knowledge, I haven't streamed or done anything with Twitch in a long time. But to my knowledge, there was no way to go and file any type of grievance or complaint or anything against another creator if they were, quote, you know, stealing your content or whatever. There's no recourse. I know that Twitch put a thing in place where they would, for like music, you know, copyrighted music, they'll come in and I've seen it before, like where I'll come in after a fact, watch a VOD about, you know, someone done a VOD, or if they've played, you know, if they played copyrighted music, or, you know, radio edit music or whatever. And, sections of the VOD will be blanked out, you know, silenced because it, quote, had copyrighted music. Twitch will mute parts of your stream if the game music is copyright. It's hilarious getting in trouble for the in-game music. Yeah, I know. That's why I know, like a lot of games, if you go in there, there'll be a thing that says like streamer mode. And when you click on streamer mode, it's supposed to blank out that music, right? Or whatever, to make it, quote, safe to stream, whatever, you won't get claimed. But I know that don't always work either, right? So honestly, while I'm playing, if I'm playing games online, which I don't do very often, I just go and turn the music completely off. I leave the you know, the audio, or the audio track, as far as like any type of dialogue, that type of stuff, the sound effects, that stuff on. But the music, I turn all the way off, which I know it kind of sucks in some ways, because some of these games have like really awesome soundtracks, you know. But anyway, it, you know, it is what it is, right? I mean, that's just kind of what you have to deal with.
My first question for you to start is that, do you think your work is transformative? Of course, that's one of the main tenets of fair use. Do you think your work is transformative?
Yes.
You do?
Yep.
Wait.
Here, I mean, okay, because I was watching you yesterday, and here you said it's absolutely not transformative. Here it is.
You don't have to care. That's totally fine. But do you agree that you've created non-transformative reactions?
100%, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. We've agreed.
So here you say you've 100% made non-transformative reactions. Did you change your mind?
No, absolutely not. I didn't change my mind. The whole point is that nevers are really bad, because I think we all have stuff that is not transformative. If you do a full-on yes or no, I just kind of like play with the question, and that was kind of like on the fly.
Your
So if you know you're making non-transformative content, maybe not all the time, maybe there are times where it is transformative, right? Then why would you want, I don't understand, why would you be so combative about this? And XQC has been very, very, very argumentative about this, right? And granted, he's the one that's been in the limelight right here as of lately about this stuff, right? But again, like I said, he's not the only one. Hassan is horrible about it as well, right? I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. Let me find it here. Where's it at here? Sometimes some of you guys just post too much. You're just too crazy on the Twitter, man. Let's see here. I was pretty sure there was. I'm sitting here scrolling. Nick. What is this here? I thought Nicholas Diorio had an example at one time where it's like Hassan was watching. What it was Hassan was watching the a documentary on the JFK assassination. Let's see here. And he just got up and left. Yeah, here we go. I found it. Found it. Here we go. So this was Hassan Piker, right? Now, if you look here, this video is 2 minutes and 26 seconds long, right? But what you may not know, right? If we play a little bit of this
I took
here.
the goddamn ruler to his penis, pulled it all the way out, stretched it out. Let me tell you, 3.5.
Salesman than he is. Something like that.
So he says, hang on here. What's he goes, I gotta poop. Now this is 11 seconds in. This is 11 seconds into the clip here, right?
That's leading us that life question. He was.
Okay, and as you see, it's sped up, right? Now I don't know what speed they sped this thing up, but we come all the way over to where, okay, here's 2 minutes. So 2 minutes later, right? And I don't know what the speed was of this. I don't know if it's 2x speed, 4x speed, 10x speed. I don't know, but it was sped up. I don't think, but for 2 minutes there, I don't think it shows here what the speed was. I wished I knew here what the speed was for this. It'd been nice if he'd have included that, but whatever. The point is probably for 10, 15 minutes, maybe something. I'm going to be generous there. It was probably actually longer. He was not there, and he just had the, the video playing, right? That's what I'm saying. I mean, Ethan here wants to debate and go after XQC, rightfully so. Okay, rightfully so. I'm not saying that he shouldn't, because XQC is just as bad at this stuff as Hassan is. But he has a show with Hassan. Why don't he take him to task too, right? Why does he not debate Hassan about this crap?
Work is not fully transformative. Some of it is not, by your own admission.
Yeah, some of it is less reactive. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So in that regard, do you care at all about like IP or copyright, or like the fact that it's illegal? Does that matter? That it might be illegal, does that matter to you?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Well, if flat out doesn't, because
well, that's fair. That's totally fair. And so because it doesn't matter to you, I don't think there's any point to really even discuss.
Well, I can elaborate a little bit.
Go ahead, please.
And open the door a tiny bit, just to give you a general angle. I truly believe that usually the people that enforce it are the ones that have a problem with it, right? The problem with the nature of the content itself. Because in terms of legality, right? Technically, if I'm playing some Telltale game, well, I mean, they could take me down anytime they want, right? Because that's their game, and I'm yoinking their stuff, right? So legality-wise, they could clap me for everything I've got, but for just playing.
Well, he's right. Right? When you're playing a game, when you're streaming a game, that's not your content, right? So these gaming companies, 100%, they could come in and as he says, yank or yoink their, whatever, and get him, bop him on the head. Generally speaking, games like that don't, because when you have a really big person like XQC who has millions of fans, that's really good publicity for him. And he's even made statements in the past where these companies pay him to play these games because they know that that's advertising for them. That's for the games that his fans are going to go out and buy that as well, right? Some of these indie games, yeah, as Iron Duck says, some of these indie games, right? If they get somebody like XQC or Markiplier, or back in the day, PewDiePie, just to name a few, to play these games on stream, whatever, their sales immediately skyrocket, right? So there's nothing, yeah, they could. And there has actually been some cases where some companies have come in and taken down videos and VODs and stuff that have game play in it, right? Because they don't want their IP up like that. I know Nintendo is notorious for that kind of stuff, right? So talk to some of these creators who are Nintendo fans and play Nintendo game stuff, and they'll tell you real quick how Nintendo will come in and just for taking people down. So while I understand his argument, it's kind of a straw man on this one, and I would push back on him. I don't know if Ethan will here, because I haven't watched this, so I don't know. But I don't think he will.
Playing their game.
Sure, yeah. But obviously, well, so fair use is decided on a case-by-case basis by a judge or jury. So it's hard to do big sweeping generalizations about what is and what isn't. But ultimately, if I understand your position, you don't really care about the legality of it. You're more like concerned with the philosophical thoughts of reacting to content.
The limitations of that is that I care enough about it to where it affects me, right? So I have to care because it's the legality of it, right? Like if somebody wants to strike down, wants to send out a claim, whatever, well, I have to act on that, right? So whether I care or not, that will happen,
Right.
And it happens all the time. Except I like to create an environment where I engage with people in content that are not going to do that, because they believe in the mutually beneficial nature of the interaction, such as.
Okay, so the other day I did a stream where I was talking about this guy, and I can't remember his name. What is the dude's name? Hang on here. Hang on a second here. What was his name? Carve TV. You guys might remember this, right? Carve TV, he says he's a digital philanthropist. What Carve does is he has a really huge following on social medias like TikTok, Instagram, things like that, right? What he does is he will make these little short, maybe minute or so, sometimes 2-minute little videos where he finds these content creators that have really no base, right? No followers. They don't, their videos, they basically no subs, basically no views on their videos, things like that. And he'll make a little highlight and say, go support these guys. And then all of a sudden, it's like almost overnight. So in some cases, these people go from like maybe double digit, subs to all of a sudden they're over 100,000 subs, like almost overnight. Boom, right? Good for them, right? Well, if you go back and you look at some of these channels that he's done, some of these guys have been able to take that and springboard and retain the subs and retain the viewership, right? Where the videos are getting several tens of thousands of views, right? 20,000, 30,000, so on forth views. And then some still are getting maybe at best 100 views, right? So this argument that XQC is trying to put forth here by saying, well, I watch this, and so now my viewers are going to go start checking these people out. That's not always true. They may get a little bit of a bump in sub growth, but the thing of it is most of the videos that XQC is reacting to are videos and stuff that have already went viral, right? So chances are they've already gotten as much exposure as they're possibly going to get because of the algorithm and the way that YouTube pushes videos. I don't think by him watching it, especially if he consumes all the content or consumes the entire video, why would his viewership go on and then watch some of it, right? That's why, generally speaking, if I'm trying to bring attention to a creator, whatever, I will watch just a few minutes of a several minute video, whatever, to try to get my viewer base to be enticed and to go watch, because I want to send the viewership to them to go finish watching the video. I don't want to rob them of the views, and I don't want to rob them of the interaction. I think there's a right way and a wrong way of doing it. And I think some of these guys who sit here and watch the entire video, and they may break it up a little bit. They may stop, interject, and add some conversation, whatever. Possibly, but I don't agree with this assessment, this argument that an XQC has made this argument over and over again, and I just don't agree with it. I reject it. Let's see here. Anyway, they continue on and on and on with debates or whatever. And they go back and forth and what have you to the point. Let's see here. Let me see here. So we back up just a little bit here. Ethan kicks him from the call. Let me see if I can find it here. Left, right. See here. Find this timestamp here.
Now, go ahead.
Let's say someone comes from your stream. They've watched you all day. They love you. They're a big fan. They watched you react to, let's say, Mr. Beast's new video. Okay?
Yeah.
And then they come to the homepage. And guess what they see there? Mr. Beast's new video. Do you think are they less likely or more likely to click his video after they saw it on your channel?
I'm gonna
answer the question, dude.
Well,
more or less likely.
Okay.
No. Just answer one or the other. Two choices.
Less. Got him.
Yeah. Did.
Damn. So then Mr. Beast is...
That proves that you're stealing people's views intentionally.
Okay,
Thank you, bro.
So the views and the click rate in that particular instance, do you think that will end up being a raw loss of the creator or not?
Sorry?
Are we done talking about Teddy Fresh?
Yeah, if we're done talking about Teddy Fresh, it'd be better because I don't want to feel like we're ganging up.
Get out, thief, before I fucking Robin Hood this shit, before I start spreading the wealth of your company to other people. Holy shit, I'm about to come at you guys with things and designs. Jesus Christ, bro.
You're being pretty silly, but ours is defensible. Yours is not. Or at least we've made... It's not defensible, but anyway, you know what? I mean, I don't see this conversation going much.
Guys, it is defensible thievery, guys. It's stealing in the right way.
No, I retracted that as soon as I said it, right? What you heard. I said we've corrected the error, an understandable error, in my opinion, one that you refuse to remedy after time and time and time again. You provide me zero direct answers. And frankly, I think you know you're wrong, and I think you don't care that you're wrong because it benefits you greatly. You make a lot of money. You don't want to change what you do. And here's another thing. You're not going to be able to make 12 hours of content for Kick, who paid you $100 million, if you can't steal other people's content. Because if you don't, what the fuck are you going to do all day? Sit there and gamble? Nobody's going to watch that shit. Nobody's going to watch this shit already. They don't care about you even having arguments. Clearly, you're not very good at that. You lost 12 viewers, man. My views are very good right now, by the way.
So I don't need like a therapist to give us a hint on when the tantrum ends. When does it end, Ethan? It seems like when you go on these tangents, you go on a rampage, and you just ramble and ramble without making any concise point or a question. Is it you're done with that shit? Can we talk like adults now or not?
I think this conversation has kind of been exhausted.
People would rather watch me full screen cam do the fucking worm than watch your prime.
Bro,
watch your
do
prime
it for
content.
a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh, he's crying in the corner. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, that's content, man. It's original content at least. Yes, do that, bro. Do it. Dude, do a
you
week.
fucking love it, man.
Bro,
This is the most money you've gotten in the past fucking 4 years, bitch.
It's awesome. Do a week of no react content.
Oh man.
Even a day.
Okay.
Do one day without react content. I'm serious.
Hey, Ethan. Let's see your wife's merch sales on the first wave when 90% of designs were stolen.
90%.
Let's see the figures.
Wait, hold on. You're just being silly, bro.
Huh? So XQC come at Ethan about. Let's be honest, okay. Some of those designs and stuff that they were doing over there on the Teddy Fresh, they were not just flat out, taken. They were definitely very inspirational, shall we say, and some of the patterns and stuff that they were doing in their line of merchandise. I assume that's probably why he had Gila out there, was probably hitting him with that. But I think it's right in here is where Ethan basically kicks him out of the call and whatever. Ethan then went on and went to Twitter and starts dropping the DMs between him and XQC after all that. He said, and for the record, XQC was the one that invited me to debate. You can see here, he says, debate me, old guy. And he says, sure. And then Klein shows, it's some of the same stuff like what we just saw with Hassan. The same thing, left the video playing. And, it sped up tremendously here. And XQC was gone for quite some time. And then does he do it again? Okay. So, I mean, that's nothing new. There's some clips here. Let's see what this clip has. Let's see if this is something.
What you are looking at is considered the most densely
populated plane. Oh, stop. I don't want you playing.
Well, because one is a paid actor, right? Which I think. Well, I mean, that's a paid actor, 100%.
Wait, what? What did you say?
It's a paid actor.
He's a paid actor.
Yeah, it is what it is. Well,
I don't even know what that's about. Paid actor. I don't know what that's all about. Vince Vantage. What is this? I'm a paid actor. I don't know what. Okay. Then he shows here some more tweets where he's showing them, I guess, graphs or whatever, maybe, I don't know. He says, here's a graph. He says, you're coping, my friend, 50 plus unbiased sample size, cope on this dick. You have one graph that proved me right. Let's see. And then he goes here. Final message from XQC. He says, I know it kills you inside. You lost so much time and money in that lawsuit. Which one? I don't know whichever really. You seem so bitter after it. I'm fine. Anyway, when the bills kick in and you're struggling, remind yourself you leak DMs out of insecurity. He said, don't forget, I got your whole house on my wrist. And so I don't know, some petty ass shit there, I guess, whatever. I don't know. I mean, I never understood why people watched the dude. I really, truly, I did not understand that. XQC was never, I don't. It's just not entertaining to me. And it's not that I'm entertaining. Honestly, I don't think I'm that entertaining either. But, damn, I just. So, kind of some more XQC. This came out, and I quite honestly, this is embarrassing, right? This is completely, totally, absolutely embarrassing. This dude, I don't know how old is XQC? Let me see here. How old is XQC? Felix is as a Canadian streamer and former professional Overwatch player. He's 27 years old. Okay, so he's 27 years old. All right. So explain something to me. How is it that a 27-year-old man, and I'm going to use the man term there real loosely on him, not able to take care of himself? Watch this clip, guys. Look at these ladies. These ladies are behind him cleaning up his pigsty of a room while he sits there on his ass streaming. And he brings up a notepad and watch what he types out here on this notepad, guys. Normally, I'm not like embarrassed chat, so like I'm more social and chill. But this time, there's a lot of fucking trash. Holy, I don't know, I guess FGK, I guess fuck. I'm like actually shy. No, you're not shy, you dumbass. You're embarrassed. I would be embarrassed too. You sit there on your lazy ass while those two women have to come in behind you and pick up and clean up behind you because you cannot take your takeaway bins and stuff and put them in a trash can. What the actual hell? Seriously, what the hell? Dude, is it that hard to put a trash can, even put a trash can in your room kind of off camera and put your empty fast food shit into the, I don't. Or better yet, at the end of the day, just when you're through streaming, pick your shit up and take it into the garbage, you being in your kitchen or whatever, right? It gets worse. He says, bruh, they've been cleaning for years. I don't even know what to say. Now, if you watch this young lady here, this poor girl that's in there having to clean up after this slob, she's looking at the screen. She's reading what he's typing. She's seeing all this shit. I don't know, man. I don't. This, to me, is evidence of a guy who's just fucking out of touch with reality. Listen, I'm not, if he wants to have a maid service or whatever, fine, right? That's whatever. He's giving people an opportunity to make money, whatever. He's employing people. That's cool. I have zero problems with that. But to just throw the shit in your floor, that's disrespectful to your place. It's disrespectful to these women who are having to come in there and stoop over in the floor and pick up these piles of fast food trays and shit. Oh God, I don't know. And so he closes it out and stuff, right? Because I'm sure he noticed that the poor girl behind him was seeing what the hell he was doing.
Art while carrying a knife.
Drop the knife now!
I just idiots. The dude is an absolute slob. He's an idiot. He has no problems whatsoever. He just has no problem whatsoever stealing content. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Anyway, let me wrap up. I'm gonna shout out a few things here real quick. Victor Burns has been doing a playthrough of Spider-Man, I think on his PS5, what they call it, they redid it or whatever, supposed to be better. If you're a members of Xylee, she did a stream last night. Members on the chat after I come on and say hello. And then we had Emily. I don't know if you're into the YouTubers and stuff like that, but she's going to be going over the Mr. Beast lawsuit. Now, Mr. Beast is suing the company that he partnered with to open up those Mr. Beast burgers, right? Well, now they're turning around and suing him for $100 million. They're suing him for $100 million. Emily usually is really good about covering and giving all the in-force, war-force, and so forth. And that's going to be coming on at 12 noon Eastern Standard. I'm going to check that out. Also, Now Recording did a live stream last night, 4-hour live stream. It says Michael Alberto and Sabo versus the World FouseyTube Breakdown. I haven't watched that. Of course, I was in bed, like a good little person would be. So I'm gonna go. I gotta watch that. Check that out. Mitch did a after show recording where of the Now Recording. He did an after show of that. And then Matt cries, D-Max and Peepaw are fakers and XQC sucks. What? Zali? Another members only? What? Oh, this was 3 days ago? I'm going to check that out. Why do I? Whatever. I'm a faker. There you go. Leia Something is breaking down the Lizzo insane lawsuit. DeadOnDave last night went over the FouseyTube stuff a little bit and the big brawl, big fight that broke out down there in Alabama on a boat dock. Anyway, there's lots of content out there. You didn't see that either? Yeah. Fakers. We're fakers, Max. I would prefer the term storyteller. I think we kind of told a story. Kind of gave some excitement to the weekend. But what do I know, right? What do I know? But, exactly, Tiny Dancer. Tiny. I prefer lawyers for actual court filings because they can explain it to me like I'm 5. Exactly. And Emily D. Baker does a wonderful job to putting it down into layman's terms where like I can understand it. I followed her when she, I kind of learned of her back when she joined. What was the guy's name? I watched his content in a while. Rakita Law, when the Rittenhouse trial was going on, and then she did coverage of the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial, and I don't think I missed a day of her covering that and explaining it, and she did such a good job, and it was. But Emily does a really, really, really good job. If you guys have, if you, she covers, it's legal stuff, but it's sometimes it involves YouTubers and stuff like Mr. Beast. Sometimes it's celebrities like Johnny Depp. She was even covering the whole Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley's legal proceedings. And I, was a fan of Todd and Julie Chrisley, and exact facts, not fuckery. Exactly. And she is a fan of the cursey words. So just be warned, if you listen to Emily D. Baker, you're going to hear the cursey words. I like Emily. She's probably one of my favorite law tubers, that covers things, and because I think she just does such a good job of it. And might I add, she likes the color purple, and I'm kind of partial to color purple myself. So, anyway, but there is plenty of content out there to catch and watch. Dave's stream last night was I was in the chat. I couldn't call in. I had too much stuff going on, so I couldn't just call in. But Dave did a really good job last night. He had quite a few yucks with that whole Alabama boat ramp story. It's insane. That whole thing is insane, and I something tells me that that one's going to get even more insane before it's all said and done. Hopefully we'll be getting some more I know D-Max was streaming yesterday on the Twitch, and I kind of went and harassed him a little bit on the Twitch just to kind of let him know that I was still here and that I care about him. But hopefully we'll get some more YouTube streams and videos out of him. I really enjoyed his little YouTube stream he did the other day. If you haven't seen that was kind of good. Of course, he was talking about me and the whole Pizzle thing and all that. And I don't think Max and I are going to do that all the time. But every once in a while we'll do a little thing. If it's kind of if we feel like it's getting too serious, and if we feel like it needs to be lightened up, a little brevity and stuff, kind of much like what Xylee and Matt did with the whole little murder mystery thing they did on her channel the other night. The same type thing. It's just fun. It's silliness. It's just some things to laugh at and have fun with and entertain. And that's the whole thing, is just to entertain and to maybe make us forget about some crappy stuff that could be going on in our lives. Because, we all have those times in our lives that happens. So anyway, I think that's about it. I don't know if there's anyone else. I know K-Huck. I see her in the chat there. I know K-Huck she has got some streams coming up. Let's see here. She's gonna have Pizzle on in a couple of days, and then right after that, she's gonna do a surprise stream with guest. I'm not for sure who that's going to be. But anyway, it's got cats and stuff. So she having Xylee back on? That's the only person I know that's like really big on the cats and stuff. But anyway, she's doing really good. I'm really proud of K-Huck. She's getting really good interviews with some really cool people, and she's just doing a phenomenal job. And so if you guys have not checked out K-Huck, please do give her a sub. She's very entertaining, and I think she's a good person. I think she has a very good heart. But anyway, I got to get out of here. I'm gonna get off here. You guys have a wonderful day. Like I say, check out. There's lots of stuff out there to watch. Check out these stream stuff. Matter of fact, Victor Burns. Let me just do this right now. He is streaming right now. Look here. Here's. Let me bring up Victor here. See, he's streaming right now. Our buddy Victor. So here's what we're gonna do. I can't raid him because I don't have that capability. But what I want to, if you guys are want to show a little love to Victor, he's playing some Spider-Man. Go over there and tell him howdy ho and what have you, and send him a little love. And I think on that note, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Remember, guys, to always keep your powder dry, and I'll see you in the funny papers.